It's kind of how it is in this business.
The Indians will notice a few other improvements at Chain of Lakes Park. One of the biggies, the indoor batting cage.
Well, we put a new roof, new side panels on that side and on each end, and a new concrete floor with new tile, new carpet, and we redid the nets. That's practically just rebuilt the thing.
In Winter Haven with the Indians, Jeff Phelps, CBS 19 News.
And Ronnie Duncan will have more on the players who've shown up later in sports.
For most of us, music was a big part of growing up. And now the musical past is a big part of the present right here in Greater Cleveland, thanks to something called tribute bands. The local entertainment scene is the focus of tonight's Plain Dealer top story. Tom Coscarelli of the Plain Dealer joins us now with more. What kind of bands are we talking about here, Tom?
We're talking about bands that played music in the 70s and 80s.
These so-called tribute bands, right?
That's correct.
Well, which of the classic bands has the most popular tribute band following here in Cleveland?
Well, right now, Jim Morrison has the biggest following. Now, perhaps it's the man, perhaps it's the myth of the man, perhaps it's a chance to wear leather pants and snakeskin boots again.
Something I always try to avoid myself. Where can you expect to find some of these bands if we want to go out and listen to them?
Well, you can canvass the flats and check out the various bars there. Now, remember that if you're old enough to have seen Jim Morrison indoors, maybe you want to go and find a Phil Collins record.
Yeah, do you think these bands are going to stick around, last for a while?
Well, they've been going on since the late 80s. So for right now, if you take a look at the Spice Girls concerts, you can't get tickets for them, and you can't get tickets for the Spice Girls tribute concert, then maybe you just want to forget the whole thing.
And miss the Spice Girls entirely.
That's right.
Thanks, Tom. Look forward to reading about it in tomorrow's paper.
Okay.
All right, I admit it, I'm not a Spice Girls fan. You'll also learn more about the bands and some of their wild names in tomorrow's edition of The Plain Dealer.
I am not a Spice Girls fan either.
The bumper sticker,
I
right?
still have all my Linda Ronstadt albums. Dating myself. Well, the nation's most famous intern is back in Washington tonight. And coming up on CBS 19 News, find out why this Secret Service agent may be telling secrets about Monica Lewinsky.
And stick around because we'll have Tanya Kwiatkowski live in our studios for analysis of tonight's Olympic figure skating competition as we head towards Saturday's big Quad Fest.
In today's financial landscape, you need a behemoth, a giant, to forge a complex retirement plan. A plan of immense proportions. A really big plan.
No, you don't. You just need a pencil and Key's retirement reality check. Just fill it out and see where you stand. Call 1-800-KEY-2U and end the confusion.
See the light of financial wisdom.
Oh, please. Key, help at every turn.
Hurry up! You know they hate to be kept waiting. Now's the time to test out that V8 power. Why is it always pouring when you really need to get somewhere?
The same reason bread lands jelly side down. But in my Explorer, the worse the weather is, the safer I feel.
I hate driving in this weather. So glad we've got your Explorer.
With low 2.9% financing, you'll love Ford Explorer, no matter what the weather.
Right on time.
Where's everyone else? Can't handle the storm?
Oh, what's a few sprinkles?
The whole front end is smashed in.
Were you hurt?
No, but my car, it's unbelievable.
Okay, take a deep breath. Sometimes you need more from your insurance agent than an estimate.
But I just got it 2 weeks ago.
Listen, I'll handle everything.
But my car...
That's why at Grange, our agents aren't just in the insurance business.
I can't believe this.
It's gonna be all right, Jackie. They're in the business of being human. Grange, your partner in protection.
Former White House intern Monica Lewinsky is back in Washington tonight.
And a former Secret Service agent is telling what he knows now about Lewinsky and the president. In our continuing coverage of the White House under fire, Lewinsky arrived back in Washington a short time ago. She was out in California visiting her father. Meanwhile, the grand jury investigating the president is hearing the testimony of Louis Fox. He's a retired Secret Service agent who claims Lewinsky and the president spent at least 40 minutes alone in the Oval Office back in 1995. President Clinton wasn't talking about that scandal today, but rather about giving lots of Americans a pay raise. That story tops the money beat. The minimum wage could be going up if the president gets his way. He's asked Congress to approve a $1 pay increase for minimum wage workers by the year 2000. Well, whatever you make, you may soon have to spend more of it on your electric bill. CEI and Toledo Edison are both raising their rates next month. CEI says the average bill will go up $1.54. Toledo Edison says their hike will average about 45 cents. The new rates take effect March 1st.
Some good news tonight if you're trying to lose weight, and who isn't. New help is coming to your drugstore, and that tops the health beat. The anti-obesity drug Meridia hits pharmacy store shelves this week. It's the first prescription anti-obesity drug to hit the market since Redox and fenfluramine were taken off the market. But be careful, because some scientists say the drug can actually increase blood pressure and pulse rate. Does size matter? When it comes to your brain, researchers say no. A study performed at the Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit found that men's brains shrink more than women's as they grow older. But the good news for men is there is no loss of cognitive ability as the brain shrinks. Researchers think the male brain is able to compensate for the shrinkage. Of course, they were probably all men who did the study, right?
I'm sure it was. Okay, well, normally my Wish of the Week story features a child waiting for his or her wish, but this week we're going to tell you how you can make dreams come true. Swartz Homes just presented the Make-A-Wish Foundation with a check for $15,000.
We think the kids are special, and that's real important to us, being a family-owned business for 51 years.
Swartz Homes decided to donate $100 from the sale of every one of their houses over a 4-month period. They also invited their customers to write checks to Make-A-Wish as well. Company donations are one way you can help fulfill wishes, but
we actually have heartburn relief.